There are now anti-Semites trying to exploit this tragedy. A person found my blog by searching, and I quote, "Is James Holmes Jewish?" I have a couple of things to say. First of all, keep those kinds of thoughts, evil or not, to yourself. And as far as is known, James Holmes is a Gentile anyway. Besides, nobody, Jewish or Gentile, is righteous. And I'm going to read the whole thing from Romans 3:1-20 so that you understand that it has nothing to do with Jews or Gentiles at this point. It has to do with an evil, lonely man named James Holmes, regardless of whether he's Jewish or Gentile. And as I said, again, it has nothing to do with the Jews. Let's not take this tragedy in Aurora, Colorado, and, for a lack of a better term, turn it into another Holocaust. As I said, let's not take this tragedy and turn it into another Holocaust, because we certainly don't need one tragedy after another. Now from Romans 3, and I quote, "What advantage then has the Jew, or what is the profit of circumcision? Much in every way, chiefly because to them were committed the oracles of God. For what if some did not believe? Will their unbelief make the faithfulness of God without effect? Certainly not. Indeed, let God be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that you may be justified in your words, and may overcome when you are judged. But if our unrighteousness demonstrates the righteousness of God, what shall we say? Is God unjust who inflicts wrath? I speak as a man. Certainly not. For then how will God judge the world? For if the truth of God has increased through my lie to his glory, why am I also still judged as a sinner? And why not say, let us do evil that good may come, as we are slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, their condemnation is just. What then? Are we better than they? Not at all. For we have previously charged both Jews and Greeks that they are all under sin. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none who understands. There is none who seeks after God. They have all turned aside. They have altogether become unprofitable. There is none who does good. No, not one. Their throat is an open tomb. With their tongues they have practiced deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the way of peace they have not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. Now we know that whatever the law says, it says to those who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, no flesh will be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin.